याद है मुझको तूने कहा था तुमसे नहीं रूठेंगे कभी, दिल की तरह से हाथ मिले कैसे भला छूटेंगे कभी, तेरी बाहों में बीती हर शाम बेवफाई भी क्या याद में, क्या हुआ तेरा वादा, वो कसम वो इरादा, भूलेगा दिन जिस दिन तुम्हें, वो दिन जिंदगी का आखिरी दिन होगा, क्या हुआ तेरा वादा, वो कसम वो इरादा.
Hi, this is Keshav Dhanraj.
Hi, this is Sanam Puri.
I'm Samar Puri.
I'm Venky, yes.
And we are Sanam.
And you're watching us on Mirchi Plus.
Hi, this is Siddharth Shukla from Mirchi Plus. और आज मेरे फ्रेंड्स काफ़ी जेलस होने वाले क्योंकि आई एम गोना टॉक टू यू गाइज अबाउट म्यूजिक एंड ऑल्सो लेट मी टेल यू ऑन द रिकॉर्ड दैट you guys completely justify the word reimagine or re-render or remake, if it is right to call that, because of the songs that you have been saying, you know. So a very warm welcome to Mirchi Plus.
Thank you so much.
So थोड़ा पहले चलते हैं. I want to start with asking to all of you, how did this start? Like आपने कब सोचा था कि you know we have to, like, of course it's a band, but then we will start with reimagining the old classic songs. How did this begin?
This started with Lag Ja Gale.
Yeah.
It's not that we intended to do this.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. So we actually started with original songs only.
Okay.
Yeah, we never used to really cover songs, nothing.
Yeah.
So we started doing renditions of old songs. In fact, around 2013, I think that's when we put out Lag Ja Gale.
Probably like the fourth year of being a band.
Fourth year of being a
something
band.
like that.
Yeah.
And we put it out just because we loved the song so much, and you know, that was it. But then people started really appreciating our rendition. Then they kept asking for more. We said, okay, let's do a few more. Then in the middle came this time when we started resisting. Okay, you know what? We have to continue doing our original music, otherwise we'll lose all this time.
Yeah.
That you know, but then people just kept on asking for more and more renditions, and there are so many beautiful songs out there.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, we'll just render them our way. But we haven't been able to release so much original music that's still, backlogged. So yeah, I mean that's how it started.
Because you're, you know, like you said, people do demand whenever there is a gap now. You release an original song, they, you know, it's appreciated.
Yeah.
People play it, but then again there's a demand.
Yes.
They release another song.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, your recent song "और इस दिल में" and the one which is released today, I guess.
Yes.
क्या हुआ तेरा वादा. If I'm wrong, if not, correct me if I'm wrong. This जो stories हैं दोनों की videos में, they are in continuation,
Yes.
right? Can you tell us about and the viewers about that?
Yeah, so we had actually come up with, Sanam had actually come up with a guitar line for Kya Hua Tera Wada almost 2 years ago.
Huh.
And at that time we were still, I think we had tried a couple of versions of Aur Is Dil Mein and we weren't really satisfied with it, so we kind of left that. But then eventually Venky came up with this really nice idea of how to like remake Aur Is Dil Mein. So we started working on that, and it came to a point where we were quite satisfied with the way it was going, and we decided to shoot the video.
Yeah.
We had a different idea in mind. We wanted to shoot it in Dubai, and there was a very futuristic vibe to it. But then later on, we had decided on this vibe. So Sanam had actually come up with this idea where he wanted to do some action, and like he's into anime and video games and like you know, like all this action stuff.
I saw his. I'm sorry, I saw one of his interviews.
Yeah.
He
So-
saw that, said that.
So because of that, we thought this is like a good song to try, you know, this whole style on.
Yeah.
And then once we were working on this song, and when we were thinking of the idea with Supari Studios, we had met them, and we were like bouncing off different ideas. Eventually, then it came to a point where we were like, okay, like this storyline might work better with 2 songs.
Yeah.
And then Kya Hua Tera Wada just sort of fit in
Yeah.
in the whole storyline, and that's kind of how it happened.
And that's very different from the, you know, जो हमने original songs सुने. The video is very fierce, very strong, dramatic. So that was also your idea कि इसको ऐसे करना है.
Yeah.
Nice, amazing. So again, talking about you know, the songs, how do you select? Okay, if there is an original song, I'm sure you obviously sit, jam, and the whole creative process goes in. When you are redoing a song, how do you decide which one to do and which one to select?
That actually totally it's very random. There's no pattern to it. There's no specific answer to it. It's just there are some songs that we like or we think that people might like, and we just look at what's doing good. And there are some songs we've done that not many people know of either. Like for example, we've done a rendition of तुम ना जाने किस जहाँ में खो गए, because I just personally love that song and जाने वो कैसे लोग थे जिनके.
I've heard that.
So we've done a blend of both. So in terms of picking songs, there's no specific pattern to it.
Oh, okay. I want to ask you guys, creative differences आते हैं, how do you sort them out?
वो तो 4 लोग हैं, 4 माइंड्स हैं, तो वो तो आएंगे लेकिन हम डिस्कस करते हैं चीज़ों का, अगर गाना ही होगा कुछ भी हो कि किस स्टाइल में हमें गाना बनाना है, तो वी डिस्कस थिंग्स. वेंकी विल से समथिंग एंड इफ यू लाइक इट विल से लेट्स गो विद दैट.
वी आर ऑल ओपन टू चेंजेस. कुछ नहीं पसंद आ रहा हम बोल देते हैं कि ये शायद वर्क नहीं कर रहा और कुछ ट्राई करते हैं. वी आर ऑल ओपन टू लाइक ठीक है, ट्राई करने में क्या जाता है, ट्राई करते अगर अच्छा है तो क्यों नहीं. Our aim is the song. It's not our egos. It's about the song. Song को कैसे अच्छा करे.
It's a baby. Finally.
And even videos में it's not about the fact that कि हमें अच्छा दिखना है. More than that, it's about the whole product. The song, the video, everything should look good and presentable so people can enjoy it. That's the whole purpose at the end of the day.
Amazing. So I'll start with you because all of you obviously are musicians, but each of you play a certain different instrument and you're singing.
Yes.
I'll start with you. Who is your greatest musical influence, if there is any?
I have many different musical influences. I think it depends on what facet of music I'm looking at. Like if it's bass playing, I really like James Jameson. A lot of music that's played in soul records have very innovative bass lines, and I think it's also influenced music in the Hindi film industry also. Because bass guitar was influenced by rock and roll era. That's one of the first places where electric bass was used. And from there were like a lot of pop songs in the era. Actually one of the most famous bass players, session bass players, a woman, her name is Carol Kay. A lot of people don't know about that. She's played on some fantastic records. And even whether it's R.D. Burman or whoever the music directors and composers were of the day, they moved from upright bass to electric bass. So there was a shift in the sound and the way songs were composed and parts were written.
Right.
So I like, I would just say, if I had to just say one name, I'd say James Jameson. For most bassists who are like a little knowledgeable about the history of the bass, I think they find him as a very iconic bassist, and the way he's written songs and some of the most popular songs. And amongst I'll just mention this person.
Amazing. What about you, Samar?
पहले मैं बहुत सारे बैंड्स जैसे U2 है, म्यूज़, रेडियोहेड, ये सब बहुत सुनता था. तो मैं बोलूँगा काफ़ी इन्फ्लुएंस वहाँ से आए हैं फॉर श्योर. और मुझे किशोर कुमार के गाने और उनकी आवाज़ बहुत पसंद है. तो पापा के कैसेट्स होते थे तो मैं काफ़ी सुनता था.
If I was to name one artist, I would probably say Michael Jackson, because my brother used to listen to Michael Jackson a lot, and I was influenced a lot by my brother when it came to music. And yes, being a drummer and things like that, the whole rhythm and all these ideas that he had, all his songs, like even the rhythm that's there in the track is actually, a lot of it is something that he's done with his voice. Like he's actually made those things. So he's very rhythmic and those kind of things. So I always found it very catchy.
Right.
And till today, when I listen to music, I look for those little catchy elements. So even while we are making music, a lot of times different ideas come through, and then one or two of these ideas really stick out, and then I'm like, okay, this will really work. And I think I got that from listening to a lot of Michael Jackson.
Amazing. I want to ask, being independent musicians, what's the biggest challenge that you guys face? And the second part I want to add is, because I see on social media a lot of your fans, they keep demanding, हम आपको movies में और ज़्यादा क्यों नहीं देखते और कब देखेंगे, और what's the reason?
Oh, that's just because Bollywood is the highest form of entertainment in our country. It's always been like that, even since we've been kids. It's always been the conditioning is it's cricket, It's Bollywood.
Yeah.
What is the other thing? Like if it's not studies, like what are the
Then
other
it's politics, I would say.
so politics is not like a big thing
Yes.
when you're a kid. Like so, it's obviously the most.
The ultimate, as they say.
Not ultimate,
people
but I'd
think
say
that.
it's the most established
Right.
entertainment
Right.
industry, the Hindi film industry.
Yeah.
And it's old, and we have, of course, like I'm Tamilian. There's
Of
movie
course,
industry in
multiple.
every other part of
Yeah.
India. But I think there's also a wider appeal right now, because it's easier to access. Earlier it was
Yes.
when we were
Yeah.
growing up, like we'd get to watch the movies. Like I grew
Yeah.
up in the Middle East. I used to not watch the movie the same year. I'd like watch it on cassette
Yeah.
a few years later,
Right.
or like those kind of things. Now everything is more accessible, and even non-Bollywood
Right.
audiences
Now,
are like,
now it's growing.
and they don't even know what it
Yes.
is. Like they're like like finding out about it. They might think it's the Punjabi music, but that's
Yeah.
not Bollywood. Like,
Of course, of course.
Yeah, and even whether it's YouTube or it's Spotify or any of these audio streaming platforms or the
Huh.
video platforms, they're all supporting all artists almost equally.
Right,
It's like
right.
Yeah.
when you listen to a Spotify playlist or you're listening to some songs, it's not like, oh, this is a Bollywood movie song.
Right,
You're just
right.
listening to like their artists, like independent artists, they're like
Right.
Bollywood artists, they're like everybody like in the same playlist. They're international artists sometimes on
Everyone
the
is
same playlist.
at one place.
I think
Yeah.
because of the
Yes.
merits of like what the Hindi film industry has done in the past, like they were able to get everybody to come together to experience this form of entertainment.
Yeah.
That's why the movies were very larger than life, and that's why the music was so good, because this was the outlet. Even though we have like older, much more more respected forms of music, like the classical music
Right.
streams of our country,
Right. Right.
but that's more sophisticated and requires education.
Right. Of course.
This is more like just entertainment.
Yeah.
Right. Talking about access, this is also one thing, social media, but obviously you guys are active, but do you feel that you should be more active for more visibility on personal account and of course on the band?
Yeah. So the thing is, I'm personally not a social media person.
Yeah.
I'd rather, if you given a chance, I'll delete everything. I'm being honest. Like the thing is, it really drains you. You don't even realize it.
I know.
मैं भी
And-
actually I think last year कुछ मैं delete करने ही वाला था, सोचा चलो रहने देते हैं.
But at the same time, we need to have this because there's a lot of people, that are not within our reach, and you can only reach them through social media.
You can interact with your fans.
Yeah, interact with
Yeah.
the people who follow us, and also for our concerts, a lot of people need to be
Right.
notified.
Right.
And we travel all over, so how will they be notified?
Yeah.
One is obviously the promoters there,
Right.
but through us, we need to be active for those little reasons. And then it makes sense. It really makes sense. So I'm not really active on social media unless there's some purpose to it.
Also, I think there's a big difference between the way that you can use social media. So, a lot of people use social media for validation,
Right.
which I think
right.
is not a good thing,
Right.
because if people don't like, or people, they get affected a lot. Their,
Right, right.
Their whole
That's true,
this
yeah.
thing goes.
Yeah.
We use social media, like Sanam was saying, to give our music out there.
Communication.
To kind of,
Yeah.
because the art that we're putting forward is our music, and the connect is there. Like if
Yeah.
people are, like a lot of people are liking our music, they are listening to it when they are unwell and things like that. So our music is what is kind of making a difference to their lives, and by using social media to make that reach to everybody so that they can enjoy the same kind of music. But people who use social media for validation, I think that's where we've gone wrong.
Yeah.
And we personally, I think we
Yeah,
just don't
for
use it
example,
that.
I think in 2020, TikTok got deleted, right?
yeah.
So at that point, there were so many people who, we read so many messages saying, now what do we do?
Yeah.
Who's going to give us the attention? We feel lonely now. People are feeling lonely without us, without social media,
That's
and
sad.
that's not a good state to be in.
Unhealthy.
Yeah, it's very unhealthy. So.
Right. I'm sure now people would. So this is basically for our viewers to, they know more about you. I'm going to ask a few questions. So it's very simple. Who amongst you is the following? First is drama queen.
Drama queen.
Yes.
Me being the drummer, maybe.
Drama queen.
No. But drama queen wise, it depends.
Yeah, I think each of us.
Each of us in different situations can be,
All of
So,
all of you
all
are.
of us are, yeah.
Nice. Biggest flirt.
Biggest flirt, Venky or Samar?
It's easier for them.
It's easier. They're just too
Yeah.
natural at
I
it.
think maybe
I get nervous,
they're
like.
I'm also the nervous kind.
Yeah.
If I
No
get
idea.
to know them a little bit, like,
I know how
then I can
flirtatious
easily.
everybody
Others
is.
I can't.
I know.
I mean, Venky and Samar don't have to do anything.
Oh, he's
It's just-
accepting he's a flirt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
that's a big thing to accept. Nice. That's a cool thing. Who uses curse word the most?
Me, none.
Me
No?
probably.
Maybe
Yeah, maybe
Venky,
Venky or
yeah.
Keshu.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
Venky,
Maybe.
Keshu, yeah, the
I
two
think
of us
it's
don't,
Venky,
yeah.
Venky.
Yeah.
Samar and I don't, yeah.
Maybe both of us.
I find it useful in my forms of expression.
Yeah, when you're saying a lot of things, you just use one word or two words, you're done.
Yeah, you just there's more impact. yeah.
That's just a way to express yourself.
Yeah.
Nice. Who's the biggest foodie?
All of us. Oh,
Yeah, I was
goodness.
thinking
We all
that you'll
like
answer
food.
that.
Yeah.
Phone addict.
Keshav.
Keshu.
Yeah, maybe me.
I love the honesty that you guys have. Who sleeps a lot?
Summer.
I love to sleep.
Summer.
But
Nice.
I
More
need
relaxed.
to take naps, otherwise I can't
No,
function.
he can't function without naps.
Food and naps.
Everybody's body is different. So
Of course,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Naughtiest of you all.
Naughty.
Again, I
Depends.
guess.
Innocently naughty or anyway naughty?
I think we're all like pranksters
Yeah.
to some.
Yeah, we're all naughty. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was about to ask who plays the maximum number of pranks amongst
So
you.
basically, we laugh on the same things and same people.
Yeah.
Yeah, make fun of the same people.
Yeah, imagine someone passing you
Thanks
and all of
maybe
you.
Keshu. Thanks maybe
Yeah.
Keshu.
Maybe Keshav.
Nice. I like imagine someone is passing by and you're like,
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, now we'll quickly move on to. I'm just gonna play a quick game in this. So basically, it's guess the song. I'm gonna read the English translation, and you have to guess the Hindi song of it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So are we ready?
Yeah.
So the first one is: the sun has dimmed, the moon has
Suraj
started.
Suraj hua madam.
Have you guys heard it before?
No,
This
this was too like easy.
Yeah.
easy, obvious. Oh, nice. At first sight, how did the magic
पहली
happen?
नजर में सजा दू कर दिया.
Amazing. You guys are true music buffs. You shower love. Monsoon has come. The
Yeah.
season has come for you and me to meet.
मौसम
This is very famous.
नहीं अच्छा अच्छा. So बोला फिर से बोला.
No, Savar.
So you shower love. Monsoon has come. The season has come for you and me to meet.
देना तू सावन.
Yes.
अच्छा yeah. Okay.
You are my journey. You are my destination. Living
तू ही
without.
मेरी
Shab hai?
No.
Jahan. What is it?
Okay,
You're my,
I'll-
what's the first
destiny.
word?
Yeah, I'll read it again. You are my journey.
Journey.
You are my destination. Living without you, oh heart, is difficult. If I'm not wrong, you have.
और ए दिल है मुश्किल.
Yes, you have
सफर
some-
मेरा
yeah.
Wow, Safar.
ए दिल है मुश्किल है. I'm going to say और इस दिल में. ऐसा sound similar.
Okay. Lastly, when I saw a girl, it felt like a blooming rose,
जब
Oh,
बिग
this
पे
is एक
लड़की
लड़की को
like
देखा
a
तो
poet's. Yes.
तो ऐसा लगा
Yes,
कि
like a-
लड़की को देखा।
खिलता गुलाब
Yes,
जैसे,
yes, yes.
हाँ।
Amazing. That's it. You guys are like true music buffs. Okay. Lastly, before going, I'm sure people would want to know what's next. What's next, and what is
Lot
it
of
in the pipeline?
concerts. We have
A lot of concerts.
So
Lots
much
and lots of
travel in the
concerts.
next
6 months.
Then again, I think
maybe,
we are not
Till
allowed to-
Till November we are booked. Like,
No, but then season time
There's a
starts.
lot
so
then
going,
season
there's a
begins.
lot going
Yeah,
on.
so I mean, like even these two videos, we had to book our shoot dates 3 months.
we
prior.
had to cancel shows to
shoot these.
Yeah, and not as in not cancel shows to not take shows for
Not take
those days.
shows.
Yeah.
As in, there were a lot of tentative shows that we had just said no to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of shows. So hopefully, in the middle of those, we'll sort of make some time and shoot some more videos for you guys. But wherever we're traveling, if you guys are around, come and watch us live. It's a completely
Yeah.
different scene.
And in terms of releases,
Yes.
even I think we're gonna surprise ourselves. We don't know what's coming. Yeah, so we'll
That's
see.
cool.
We're going with the flow. Right now, we cannot think. We need to rest.
You said something season time is coming. What is that?
Season time is like when you know
Winter
from
is coming.
basically months like from November till April, May is like show time. After,
Okay.
but the thing is for us, it's all year round.
year
So yeah,
It's
so
a season time.
So it's like
Yeah,
season
it's
time in
It
India.
gets
I would
festive
say.
in India, like
Ah.
post Diwali, it gets
Right.
festive for all kinds of events.
Yeah.
And since we play music, definitely.
And after that,
music
then
events.
the international tours start. Which
So
is what we're gonna
when
do
it's
now.
off season in India is when we start traveling abroad, and that's where we do shows. So we really don't have much. We hardly get to spend time here at home. So
Rest is needed. Okay. So any last message to your fans?
keep listening to our music and listen to our latest songs. Aur is dil mein, kya hua tera wada. Please keep supporting us the way you've been supporting us. Lots of love to all of you. Thank you.
और सब्सक्राइब जरूर करो.
जरूर करना.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank
Thanks,
you for
Siddharth.
joining Mirchi Plus, and all the very best for the song and many more to come.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.